Ki khubor ka Batesi TV.
Ka umdi basnyambak penjaslian. Rupa Premium Meghalaya.
Together we achieve, together we can fly, reaching for the sky.
ICFA University, Meghalaya.
Rotary Club Orchid City Shillong, Club Pelong ya jing sam Khusnam, nek Vocational Excellent Award aja pun Rio. La Pelong ikan ni State Convention Center, hakaba UMLE ka West Shillong, bad advisor ka Sarkar Jela, uba polling do ulalong kum ukongsan. Hani ka jingalang lapun kop burom, yo Ferdinand Lingdo March Long, uai bor Andrew, ikong Starina Jasan, uba Sani Maulong, Dr. R. Berman, by your father Michael McCree. Hakani kasngi laidan lang ka President jong Rotary Club Orchid City Shillong ka Dr. M. Jerwa pat kiway pat kinongkit kam jong ka club.
Going congratulations, Pak Ferdinand, and thank you so much, Pak Lindo. May I request I'm highly pleased to get the award from our chief guest, from the President, and from us. Thank you so much, Constantina. Thank you so much. Good smile. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Dr. Barman. And of course, it is nice course. Yes, that's wonderful. With the club flowing. Thank you so much. May I request Madam Makri to stay back, and may I invite all the awardees to kindly. Is the light good enough?
Just a number. It is my pleasure to familiarize to this esteemed gathering with an athlete who fits the above saying. Miss Starina Jasai, all of 50 years old, having 7 children with 10 grandkids. She started her feat as a marathoner at the age of 50 and won many medals as per her age category. Few of her successful marathons are medal for marathon in the year 2022, Solga Marathon 10 kilometers, Shillong Run 10 kilometers, in the year 2023, Assam Rifles 10 kilometers, Maulana 10 kilometers, JM Nichols Roy 10 kilometers, Sora Marathon 10 kilometers, Sikkim Border Run Safari 20 kilometers, Coal India Limited Guwahati 21 kilometers. In 2024, My City, My Run Guwahati 42 kilometers, Shillong Sora Marathon 21 kilometers, Koka Jhar 21 kilometers, Bhubaneswar 21 kilometers, Rivana Yasrova Guwahati 42 kilometers, Karbi Anglong 21 kilometers, Tawang Marathon 21 kilometers, Kolkata Marathon 21 kilometers, and Assam Rifles Marathon 21 kilometers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce, in fact, a very good friend right from our college days. I'm surprised that he's here in Geelong, and also at the same time, it's a pleasure for me to introduce Sunny Modong. Sunny Modong is a very highly respected trainer, speaker, mentor, and an entrepreneur whose unwavering commitment to education, skill development, and youth empowerment has transformed countless lives
across Meghalaya and beyond. With over 25 years of professional experience, he has established himself as a dedicated to nurturing talent, building confidence, and creating pathways for personal and professional success. In 2014, he founded 100-Fold Academy, a premier institution specializing in soft skills and vocational training. Through innovative programs in personality development, career guidance, leadership development, and even management, the Academy has empowered thousands of students, professionals, and employees from educational institutions, private organizations, and government establishments. Driven by a passion to prepare young people for future opportunities, Sunny expanded his mission in 2017 by establishing Emmanuel Coaching Academy. The academy focuses on knowledge, focus, confidence, and competitive edge, which is required to excel in entrance and competitive examination.
Honorable Chief Guest, Paul Lindor, MLA, Advisor to the Government of Meghalaya, my fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen. The Vocational Excellence Award celebrates visionary individuals who do not simply occupy an office, but elevate their entire profession into a vehicle for societal transformation. Rotary Club of Orchid City, Shillong honors an exceptional administrator, Father Michael Makri, SDB, who serves as the director and rector of the Don Bosco Youth Center in Laimkra, Shillong. Under his leadership, the center operates as a crucial educational and recreational hub for affordable skill development, vocational training, and youth animation. The center serves the local youth through skill development, career guidance programs, and music initiatives. Father Michael Makri has modernized the center from a handful of typewriting modules into a massive complex offering over 40 diverse courses. He has tailored the Bosco Youth Center curriculum to bridge the gap between the traditional education and employment.
Good evening, friends. Thank you so much, Mary Ann, whom I have known for a number of years. When I listened to her words of introduction, it sounded as if I am being conferred the Nobel Prize tonight. But it's a real pleasure for me to share this platform with you. Almost all of you are known faces to me. I acknowledge the presence of Dr. Rima Dengdor, Secretary. Professor Balik earlier mentioned that he took full responsibility for the delay in the conferment of the awards. This reminds me of a young man who walked into an interview room, and the interviewer asked him to describe himself. He said, "I deserve this job because I am a very responsible person." So the interviewer asked him, "How do you know that you are responsible?" He said, "I worked at various jobs, and whenever things went wrong, they tell me, you are responsible." My heartiest congratulations to all the awardees in various fields. It's enthralling to know that we have a 50-year-old Gong who also runs marathon. The series of Khasi words which one of the words which I found very confounding to me by its similarity is the word marathon and marathon. Tikna ikong imani mare sakathon. And since Romarian also mentioned, I know, in fact, a couple of the awardees also spoke in Khasi, I made it a point to get her to correct the prefix from Shri to Bakbol, and I also sent her a dictionary definition of Shri, which says grin, show the teeth. And there's another word, Shri Tamba, grinning with a wrinkled face. So I didn't want to do either of them. And I'd like to remain Bakbol, because Ba also means something big. Of course, there's a debate between one Gong and one Ba as to who of the two are greater. So the gentleman, the Ba, said, Ba always means you add dimension and size. Owa, the river, to Owaba becomes the sea. And the Gong listened to his whole number of words that he presented to show that Ba means big. And she said, don't forget that I am Gong. And Gong means Ningong first. You're big and I am number one. It's really a matter of pride for Rotary Club Orchid City to have this program. I think last year I was with Barnabas in a similar program, and I remember addressing that particular evening when I mentioned about the relationship of Barnabas and Paul in the Bible. And I said that it was Paul. Paul got a lot of encouragement through Barnabas, which is why he pursued and wrote almost half the New Testament. On an evening like this, I think it's also very important for us to remember that service above self also means that we live a life of purpose, where we do not expect awards or rewards, but that our pursuit of excellence, our endeavor to serve humanity beyond the self, that itself is self-rewarding. This particular hall that we are in this evening is part and parcel of the Hotel Pinewood property. And if you look at the signage as you enter Hotel Pinewood, you would notice that the hotel was constructed in 1898 by a Swiss couple. That was precisely a year after the great earthquake of 1897. I think the important message, the takeaway from that signage is that the resilience of the human spirit always looks forward, looks ahead, and does not give in to negativity, to surrender, does not give in to gloom and doom. Out of the debris of 1897, which had reduced a good number of buildings in Shillong to rubbles, the very next year that couple came up and started the construction of Hotel Pinewood, just a year. I think that is the spirit which should guide, inspire, and motivate each one of us to always rise from the rubbles of whatever setbacks and difficulties we undergo. I also think that part of the reason why I was invited here is that in 1905, the founder of Rotary Club was also another Paul Harris. So I think subconsciously, it's somewhere in your subconscious. But why not find another Paul in the 21st century? Now, out of the number of awardees who have done tremendously well in the service of mankind, I am sure we all realize that one thing that differentiates us from the rest of the animal kingdom, we do almost all things in a similar fashion. We breathe, we eat, we sleep, but I am sure we all realize that one thing that differentiates us from the rest of the animal kingdom, we do almost all things in a similar fashion. We breathe, we eat, we sleep, but the fundamental difference is that you know the history of a lion, of an ox, or of a tiger. You can predict it's born young, it will grow, it will suckle, it will get old, and it will die. But there's a huge difference when it comes to human beings. I think one of the awardees said he's too young to receive an award. But a girl called Malala in Pakistan, an activist for the cause of female education, who had also survived an assassination attempt, won the Nobel Prize when she was 17. So there's no too old or too young in any activities in life. Somebody is very young at 50 and somebody is very old at 22. But I wish to share this with you in a room like this, where I believe all of us can have our limbs intact, have enough of comfort to be able to sit at this room. My message would be, all of us have hands. Do those hands only touch objects, or do they touch lives as well? We all have hearts. Each heart beats. But does it beat with compassion? We all have ears. We hear a lot. We do hear a lot. But do we listen? We have tongues. Do those tongues gossip most of the time, or do they bless most of the time? We have feet. We move everywhere. But do we move forward? And for all of us who are Shillong based, some of us are also Shillong born. I'd like to take you to the year 1932, when two very important projects were launched in this city of ours. Dr. Biran Chandra Roy, PC House, which is just opposite the State Secretariat, is named after him, was responsible for the first power project that lit up Shillong, the Sonapani Mini Hydel project, started in 1922. A non-Khasi, a non-Meghalaya. He rose to be Chief Minister of West Bengal. The other project, just opposite the Sonapani project, was the H. Gordon Roberts Hospital, started by Dr. Robert. You had a Bengali who started the first power project in the city, and you have a Welsh who started the first modern hospital in this city. How much more is it due to for all of us to come forward and contribute meaningfully to society? A young man had come to me once saying he wanted a transfer. I said, where are you now and where would you like to be transferred? He said, right now I'm at Khusnam. I'd like to be transferred to Shillong. I told him the story of Thomas Jones and his wife and how they traveled from Liverpool to reach Calcutta and from Calcutta to reach Sora in 1841. So I think these are anecdotes, these are stories, these are thoughts that should ignite that passion in all of us to rise above the self. I belong to a profession that when most people enter that profession, they say we are here to serve. But I could see that with the advance of time, more and more people enter electoral politics not to serve, but to be served. We need to reverse that trend. That process of reversal can only start from enlightened citizens like you and me. Each award presented tonight is an encouragement. However pretty, however beautiful a flower is, it will never bloom, it will never blossom unless it is given water on a daily basis. So once again, congratulations to all the awardees, and as a gift, a return gift to all of you here, Rotarians, I'd like to request my friends to distribute copies. Some of you mentioned about the music which I've been writing, I'm still writing. People ask me, why do you write music? I simply tell them, I am in a profession where half the day or even 2/3 of the day I face the music. So the rest of the time, let me create some music. I'd like to share a copy of my translation of Rilum with a history of the genesis of what started off as a poem and then is now being translated, has been translated into English. Most of you also face music, so take time off to also enjoy music. And I'm happy that Father Madri has mentioned of a boy whose dreams, I think it is beyond his wildest dream, that he would one day land in California to perform his music. That each one of us bring more such gems from the soil of this earth. Thank you, Kulishpur.
Mornings are always busy. Everything feels fast. I hear mom shouting and I'm trying not to be late. Outside, Shillong is already awake. Cars move slowly, horns are loud. It feels like everyone is in a hurry. Then the STEMS bus comes in, bright and yellow, always on time. The caretaker waves and I feel okay. Inside, we laugh and sing. We share snacks, we help each other with homework. It feels nice. My parents know I'm safe through the STEMS app on mom's phone. Because this bus isn't just a ride. It takes us to school, with friends, and a little bit of home. This is STEMS, our ride, our future.